The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Welcome to Lindstrom, Minnesota, where we're at Chisago Lakes High School for tonight's football matchup here in Class 4A between the Chisago Lakes Wildcats and the Willmar Cardinals. I, of course, am Ethan Game Day Gilman, as the intro said, and I'm here at Chisago Lakes High School for this football matchup, and it should be a good one. Wildcats looking to get one game over 500 with a win here tonight. They're currently sitting at 3-3 on a current 2-game losing streak in which they're hoping to break here this evening. But they'll have to face off against a pretty good Willmar team, and Willmar's record certainly does not show how good they truly are. They are a really good team, but they just have played some extremely tough competition, and I mean extremely tough. Some of the top teams in the state is who they've had to face off here against this year. So their record does not really show how good of a team they are. They've got a really talented quarterback with a really strong arm. He's athletic as well, and they've got a pretty good running back. He's got really good vision and some good patience, and that might come and play a factor here tonight. The Cardinals will run on defense a little bit of 5, even 6 down lineman. Now, that 6 down lineman is in the form of an outside linebacker, edge rusher type player, so not necessarily a 6 down lineman, but it looks like it when you're out there. And then we talked with the Wildcats head coach Ryan Anderson all about that and more about last week's game and what he wants to see from his team this week, and about how Willmar is better than what their record shows and how they're going to have to come out and play extremely tough against this team. Otherwise, it could be looked at as something like a trap game. They're 0-6 coming in tonight, but much better than that 0-6 record. It is senior and parent night here this evening at Chisago Lakes. They're currently honoring the parents of these players right now. And the players getting recognized along with their parents, and looking at tonight's game again, should be a fine one set for 7 o'clock kickoff. It's not too bad of a night here, actually. It's pretty warm out still, and we should be, about 62 degrees still. It was a beautiful day, and it should be a beautiful night for football as well, as the sun begins to set and the lights come on and the Friday night lights are on, and we're just about set to get this one continuing on in our pregame warm-ups. But first, we're going to take a word to hear from our fine sponsors. We'll hear a few of them, and of course want to give a huge shout out to all of them for sponsoring not only this but every other broadcast that we do. If you're listening to this on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. Again, this is audio only, no video here tonight, but if you are listening on our YouTube, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That way, anytime we go live with a local sporting event, you'll be notified, and then all you have to do is click that notification. It will take you right to the live audio or video. We do some live video as well. But first, we're going to hear a word from our fine sponsors. Then we're going to hear that interview with the Wildcats head coach, Ryan Anderson, after that. So first, fine sponsors, and then that Ryan Anderson interview here on 95.5 FM, KBEK.
Can I have your attention, please? There is a huge bird and animal auction Saturday the 19th in Mora. Pigeons, chickens, ducks, feeder pigs, geese, pheasants, goats, turkeys, and much more. Saturday, October 19th, 9 miles north of Mora on Highway 65. The action starts at 9:30 a.m. sharp. Get animal photos and more info at Chelsea Brook Farm Auction Company on Facebook, or call David Anderson at 320-364-0847. The huge bird and animal auction, 9 miles north of Mora, Highway 65.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A New Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'm now joined by Coach Anderson, the head coach of the Chisago Lakes football team. Coach, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
Looking at last week's game here, you guys hosted Princeton this last Friday. Unfortunately, your team did not win that game, but give us your takeaways from that game.
That's a really good Princeton team that we faced. They've got a lot of guys back from last year, so they got experience, they got size, and they got strength. And you put those things together in football, especially high school football, and you're going to probably find some success. So it's no surprise to me that they're one of the better teams that we've faced this year. They're coached well, and like I said, they've got a lot of things going for them. So it's a good team. However, on our side of things, what it really came down to, I think, for a lot of football games really is the line of scrimmage. And with their size and strength, they were able to control the line of scrimmage on both the offense and defensive side of things. So they had that going in their favor. At the end of the day, we didn't play a terrible game or really play all that poorly. It's just a matter of some things that maybe don't look like that big of a deal on paper or to the untrained eye, but when you have a good opponent that you're facing, your margin of error shrinks. So things like just being aligned incorrectly, maybe not executing as well as we're capable of doing so can ultimately cost you in the long run in a game like that.
In that game, again, it didn't seem like a terribly played game by you guys. You guys kept it, honestly, real close. And there at the end of the first half, you guys had a chance to go down and score before halftime and then get the ball starting the second half. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. What did that do for the team not being able to score before half, but also knowing that they were going to get the ball to begin half number two?
Yeah, I mean, our guys are fairly resilient, so it was a bummer. We were pretty disappointed that we weren't able to get in the end zone there before the half there. But, at the end of the day, we always say a little something before we go in at half, and the message was, hey, keep your head up. It's kind of a heavyweight battle when you face a team like that, or really any Friday night is like the heavyweight battle. There's going to be punches thrown, and we're going to be taking punches. So we got to keep our head up, and we got to be ready to go. So at the end of the day, I don't think it was too detrimental. It was obviously not ideal. We wanted to try and get some points on the board there before, giving them the ball, but it didn't work out. Thankfully, the team seemed to handle it pretty well at halftime. Our spirits were pretty good, and we seemed to be focused. So thankfully, it didn't seem to impact us too much at that point.
Their offensive line seemed to do a good job moving laterally, but it seemed like your team was able to do a good job following that movement laterally. It just seemed like maybe it was the back or the ball carrier who was able to find, maybe they didn't even find, maybe they created it themselves, but just a cutback lane. Is that something that, it was more or less the ball carrier or something that Princeton did?
I think it's a little bit of both, and I think it's a little bit of kind of what I talked about earlier, just maybe not being in the exact right position. I mean, we were close at many times, and it looked like we had things kind of bottled up. But if we're missing one guy in the pursuit, or if our shoulders turn just a little bit too much, it makes it hard for us to kind of redirect if that back does try to cut back. But I'd say it's a combination of maybe us not necessarily always being in the right place at the right time, but also their backs. I mean, you got to tip the hat to them. They did some really nice things on offense for them. they were able to find that hole and at times actually create it and broke some tackles. So one of the things that we've been focusing on this week is just kind of getting back into that mindset of, hey, when we get to that point of attack, when we're ready to make that tackle, we might not be in perfect position, but we got to get our foot where it needs to be, and we got to make sure that we're squeezing, wrapping up, and taking guys to the ground, because I think at points that was kind of detrimental for us. We were right there or close enough to where we probably could have made a play, but unfortunately, we maybe didn't make that tackle and bring them down, or those guys broke some tackles.
And early on in the game, it seemed like Princeton was doing what they wanted when they wanted, but your team was able to make a few stops there before halftime and force them to even punt the ball away. What was the message to the team, knowing that, hey, after the first few drives, you were able to get them stopped on a couple of them and try and get that defense back into it and that offense to try and move the ball down the field?
You know, it's been kind of the same message. It's been, unfortunately, a bit of a reoccurring theme at times of defensively, in particular. Maybe we need to trust that our teammates are going to do their job, and to do the players need to do their own job. Sometimes we have a tendency to try to do too much, and in a football game, if you're trying to do too much, you're not doing your job very well. You're trying to do a couple jobs, and you're maybe not doing any of them very well. You're doing them okay, and we just kind of sent the message of, hey guys, you got to trust. You got to do your job well. We're not asking you to be Superman. We're not asking you to do anything super extraordinary here. We just want you to do your job extraordinarily well. So that was the message, and it sunk in, and we were happy to see that we could get some stops on defense.
Moving forward now, this Friday, you guys will get to host Willmar. This is a team who has not won a game, but obviously take no opponent lightly. Looking at their team, we'll start with their offense. They run more of the spread, but they can run a lot out of that offense. So what are some of the things that your defense has to pay attention to this Friday?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is guys getting their eyes on their keys and not looking into the backfield. I think sometimes when we get ourselves in trouble, we let our eyes wander off of our key, and we're paying too much attention to all the moving parts. And those moving parts on offense can be there to deceive you. They're not always going to take you where you need to go. So that's one of our focuses this week. They do come out with a lot of formations. Like you said, although they haven't won a game, this is a good football team. They've played a lot of tough opponents this year. They've been in a lot of games. So we are certainly not taking these guys lightly, because they can move the ball on offense. They've got a running back who's a pretty solid runner, and he's got some pretty good vision. They like to run zone, so he's got some good eyes, and he can see those cutback lanes. So we're just talking to these guys about getting their eyes on their keys this week, trusting their teammates, doing their job, and at the end of the day, for those guys up front, it's about getting into their gap and trying to plug those gaps so that back doesn't have the cutback ability.
Another guy for their offense I think you guys have to keep an eye on, or will have to, is obviously their quarterback. He is pretty athletic himself, but he does have a pretty strong arm as well. For your defensive backs, what are some of the responsibilities that they'll have to keep an eye on, just knowing that he can do both?
Yeah, with our cornerbacks, their primary job is defending the pass, and we're okay if they maybe show up a little bit late in the run game. So their job is to make sure that they read that ball, if it's up or down, if that quarterback's going to get ready to throw or if he's getting ready to run. So it's just a reoccurring deal, maybe not reoccurring, but just something that we stress every week, no matter who we're playing. Their job is to get those eyes on those quarterbacks, see what's going on so they know what's going on. And then if that ball is up and that quarterback's ready to throw, if we're in our zone, they got to be communicating if there's guys leaving their zone. And if they're in man, we're gonna stick on that man, and we're gonna stay with them. So a lot of it for those guys this week is going to be a big part of communicating with the rest of the defensive backs and the guys that are in that deep shell of ours, and then just getting those eyes and making their reads as well. Everybody on our defense has a key that they need to read, and at the end of the day, it comes down to just making sure that we're all doing our job, and all of our guys have their eyes on their key.
Switching sides of the ball now to the offensive side, looking at the Cardinal defense. They run more of the 4-3, but last week against Hutchinson, oftentimes they went with 5 down linemen and even got a 6th edge rusher in there. So as a coach, when you see that from the Cardinals here last week against Hutchinson, what does that tell you, and what are some of the things that the offense needs to watch out for with that?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, we've seen a lot of different looks out of them on film this year. We've seen the 4-3 look that you mentioned, talked about how they had 5 down linemen, 6 down linemen, and then we've also seen a 4-4 look too. So it does change some things. It means we got to be prepared. We got to be ready to go with some adjustments as coaches. But we tell our guys that, hey, we a lot of times with our offense, our assignments tend to be a path. And we're going to get on our path, and we're going to do our job. And if someone shows up on that path, we're going to block them. Last year, when we played them last year, we saw that 5-man front. We saw that 6-man front as well. And I know things change in high school football year to year, but we've seen a lot of it on film. We've experienced some of it ourselves. So during the week, we try to get our guys prepared by showing them the different looks, getting reps as an entire team against all these different looks, and then game planning for how we're going to attack them.
Now looking at this team, again, injury-wise, last week you had a few guys go down with some injuries. They were able to get up under their own power and walk to the sideline. But how are those guys looking here for this weekend, the overall health of the team?
Thankfully, a lot of those guys were able to kind of recover with some rest over the weekend. It's just a lot of it is a matter of kind of re-aggravating things that have happened earlier. It's that time of year where everybody's banged up. It doesn't matter who we are, if it's Chisago Lakes or if it's Willmar. They've got some banged up guys too, I'm sure. It's hard to get through to the 7th week of the season and not have a couple guys banged up. So thankfully it was nothing too serious last week. Matter of guys just kind of re-aggravating some things. We had one young man out with a sprained ankle. Looks like he's going to be able to go. He might be a little bit more limited with his number of snaps that he takes this week versus what he had been doing previously, just kind of working him back into it, making sure everything's good to go. But thankfully, it looks like we've got most of our guys ready to go for the game tomorrow with some tape and some braces and all that good stuff. But hopefully we'll be at full strength and ready to go.
Well, Coach, that's all that I have for you here today. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, tonight, not a whole lot for us. But again, just want to say thanks to you guys, because what you guys are doing for high school football is just a fantastic thing. It's always a great thing for the game when you can make it more available to more people. So thanks for what you guys are doing, and thanks for having me on today.
Absolutely, Coach. Thanks so much for joining me, and good luck on Friday.
Thank you, sir. Take care.
Of course, thank you again to the Wildcats head coach Ryan Anderson for taking time to do that interview with me. It is greatly appreciated. Get more info on the team, get to see how he looks at the game, sees the game, and how he wants to see them here play this week. And again, mentioned during the pregame before the interview that, this Willmar team is a lot better than what they have put together for their record-wise. Again, they play out of section I lost it now. They do play out of a section. Which one is the question? They play out of 2-4A. They are 0-6, 0-2 in the section. It sounds like we're going to get our national anthem here. So as we get that, we'll take one more commercial break, and then when we come back, we'll talk more about these two teams. And then we will be that much closer to our Kettle River Pizza kickoff here. You're listening to football on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified. and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W Root Beer Freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique, specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The two-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer. That signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK, Game Day Gilman getting set for kickoff here at Chisago Lakes High School between the Wildcats and the Cardinals. So, as we get ready for the starting lineups to be announced, the national anthem has been played, and now our starting lineup's getting announced, and we'll introduce the Wildcats, and then we'll be set for a Kettle River Pizza kickoff here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Over on 106.5 FM, we have East Central hosting Mille Lacs for their homecoming game tonight. Adam Hefty has that game. Then over on 100.9 FM, WCMP, it's Andy Beckstrom calling the Pine City Dragons game against the Two Harbors Agates. Pine City will have one more home game next week against Esco. Esco, not the same team they were the last couple of years, so is there a chance Pine City can get a win? I think so. Looking at these two teams again, Willmar 0-6 on the year, but they have played some really tough competition, some really good teams. And when you look at the teams that they have played, a lot of them are ranked in the top 10s of the state. They lost to Benilde St. Margaret's, but then they played Marshall, Princeton, Becker, Rocori, all who are ranked in the top 10 of the class in 4A. than they did play and lose to Hutchinson last week. So out of the 6 games they have lost, 4 of the teams that they played were ranked in the top 10 in the state. Becker, of course, number 1 in all of Class 4A. Princeton not far behind. I believe they're ranked number 4. Ricori not too far behind either. Hutchinson not having the same year that they had last year when they won the state tournament. And Benilde St. Margaret's not a bad team either. So Marshall, another very good team. So it's been a tough road here for Willmar, but they have played really close. They only lost by 7 to Benilde St. Margaret's and only lost by 7 to Hutchinson. So they are a much better team than what that record shows. For the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, they play out of Section 3 4A. They rank currently in the 4th spot in that section. The Wildcats scoring almost 30 points per game, giving up about 27 points per game. They won their first 2 games over Foley and Cambridge Isani, then fell to Providence Academy. The game came home to beat Big Lake, and then have since lost 2 in a row to Zimmerman and Princeton. Princeton, again, a very good team. They've got mainly everybody back from last year's team, and Princeton going to be a tough out here come the playoffs, but the Wildcats are looking to win their 4th game on the season, get 1 game back over 500, and improve their standings in the section so that they can get a little bit better of a standing come playoff time. Of course, playoffs, not next week, but the Tuesday after, as we go ahead and try and take a look at that before kickoff here at our football playoffs. Again, not next week, but the week after on Tuesday, that's when they'll begin. As we take a look at Section 3 in Class 4A, will begin Tuesday, October 22nd. So that is where it will all begin for Chisago Lakes. Their section has 7 teams in it, so it looks like the top team will get a bye, and then it will be 2 through 7, I believe. That is how it will work, I believe. So we're getting ready. It will look like we will be set for our Kettle River Pizza kickoff here on Nice 95.5 FM, KBEK. Willmar will receive the opening kick here tonight as Chisago Lakes deferred, so they'll get the second half kick. And getting set for the boot. Again, it is Bryson Morley to kick it away. Got 2 returners back deep for the Cardinals. There's the whistle for the OK. And here's the boot. That one's deep, end over end kick. It will actually wind up getting into the end zone. It was bobbled there by the return man, Conlon Carlson. But it bops out of his arms into the end zone, which is a touchback, and that will bring out this Cardinal offense to the field on their own 20-yard line. No time came off the clock because there was no return, and the Cardinal offense will make their way out. So here come the Cardinals. And their quarterback, of course, Jordan Ellingson.
Shotgun deep for the Cardinals. Quarterback number 2, Jordan Ellingson.
Ellingson will send a man in motion right to left. He'll give up the middle, and this is going to be a short gain of maybe 1, maybe 2 on the carry.
Handoff went to Conlon Carlson.
And Carlson with the carry.
Brought down by a slew of cats. Gain of only 2 brings up second down and 8.
So gain of 2, second and 8 now for the Cardinals. They'll go with a 3-receiver look, 2 on the left side of the formation, 1 on the right, tight end on the left side. Ellingson in the gun. He'll take the snap and he'll fake the give. He'll hold on to it to himself, but Estes is there in the backfield to take him down for a loss of about 4. Estes is there in an absolute hurry, and it's a loss of almost 4 there for Ellingson. And that'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Cardinals. Ball spotted back at the Cardinal 18-yard line. Willmar comes out, 3 receivers set, 2 on the left, 1 on the right, running back to the right of Ellingson. Ellingson Claps his hands. The snap comes back. He looks to his left. He's going to throw over the middle. He's got a man, and he caught it at the 35. Falls forward near the 40-yard line. That is caught by number 20, Hudson Schoberg. So Schoberg with the catch. They'll spot him right at, good spot, right at the 40. It's a gain of 22 for Hudson Schoberg. And a new set of downs for Willmar. 4 receiver set this time. 2 on each side of the formation. The running back to the left of Ellingson. Claps the hands. Here comes the snap. He looks quickly to his left. He's got a man, but it's over his head. Incomplete. That ball intended for the receiver, Jackson Schnitschels, I believe is how you say it.
Intended for Jackson
Schnitzels, the intended receiver. We'll be struggling with that one all night, but try to do our best. 2 receivers left, 1 right now for the Cardinals. Ellingson in the gun, 2nd down and 10 after the incompletion. Man in motion, left to right. Stops on that slot on the right side. It'll be a keeper here for Ellingson. Past the 45, shakes a man at the 46, falling forward to the 49 of Wildcat territory, and that's where he's brought down. An 11-yard gain for Ellingson. Hool with the stop for the Wildcats, and it will be a new set of downs again, now in Wildcat territory for Willmar. Ellingson brings in the play to the offense. Empty backfield for Ellingson. He'll take the snap. It'll be a quick toss out right here to the receiver wearing number 8 and 9 up to the 45, and then he's absolutely belted down on the play there by Schlender. And Schlender with the stop. But it is a gain of about 6 for the receiver wearing number 89. That is Gibson Horiza. Gain of 6 there on that pass play. 3 receiver set, 2 on the left. 2 running backs in the backfield for Ellingson. He'll take the snap, and he'll give it off to Carlson. Carlson off the right side of the line. He might have picked up 2 to the 41. With another stop. It'll be 3rd and short now for the Cardinals. Looks like they'll bring in more of a heavy set here. They've got their fullback out there, number 44, Cameron Champagne. So Champagne will come out. This more of their heavy set that they'll go with. They'll probably, they don't line up under center really at all. So he'll be in there maybe just for protection, or maybe he'll be in to bulldoze his way forward, as they'll have a 2 tight end set, 2 receivers left. 3rd and short. No, he'll be a blocker for Ellingson. Ellingson trying to make a move. He does, but he is absolutely plastered down right at the 40. It's a gain of 1 for Ellingson, but he goes nowhere after the hit there put on him by Charles Gilman. Hey, Gilman. I promise I don't have any relation to him. So gain of 1, and will be 4th down and 1 now for the Cardinals. Under 8 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Cardinals will come out with the play. Have no intention of punting here, as the nose of the ball sits right on the 40. They'll again have Cameron Champagne to the left of Ellingson, and Ellingson will keep it himself. And no, I believe that was actually Carlson in the Wildcat. And he took it up past the 40 to about the 38, which will be a new set of downs for the Cardinals of Willmar. So Carlson with the carry of another 2 yards to give Willmar a new set of downs. Willmar will go in that Wildcat occasionally to kind of offset things a little bit for the defense. So Ellingson comes back. He'll line up in the gun behind the center this time. Carlson to his left. 3 receivers right, 1 left for Ellingson. A man in motion right, 2 left. Ellingson takes the snap, looks right, now looks left. He's going to roll out of the pocket. He's got room. He stops, trying to look and throw, and he's wrapped up. That time taken down by number 66. That is Carson Drury with a sack. It'll be a big loss that time of about 6 yards on the sack. Carson Drury. So a sack will set the Cardinals way back now on 2nd and long. 2 receivers right, 1 left for Ellingson. Carson to his right. Man in motion, right to left. Ellingson takes the snap. He's got a man in the flats. It's going to be a screen here to Carlson at the 45 to the 40. Gets a block at the 35-30, 25-20. There's, that's going to come all the way back because of a block in the back. That flag thrown right at the block. So that is going to be a block in the back on Willmar. Take it all the way back on the touchdown play. It won't count. They're going to get a block in the back here on Willmar. I watched it happen as he got that block right where that flag is, actually, at the 38. It's either holding or blocking the back. It's one of the two. But, yeah, that's the only reason that Carlson got sprung is because he got that illegal block there at the 38-yard line, which gave him the room. So this will come all the way back for Willmar. It is going to be holding. Block in the back, holding. Same difference, right? So we'll be holding, and it was 2nd and 16. Make it 2nd and 26.
Brings up 2nd down and 21.
So 2nd and long now for the Cardinals after that holding penalty. Three receivers on the right side of the formation, 1 on the left for Ellingson. Carlson in the backfield. Takes the snap, rolls out to his right. Got some room. He's going to hit a man right at the 35. He falls forward to about the 32. On the catch is Gibson Horiza. Something like that. He gets up to the 32, 17 yards on the catch. And the pass from Ellingson there. So now it'll be 3rd and about 4 yards for the Cardinals. They'll have that 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 on each side of Ellingson. 2 receivers left, 1 right for the Cardinals. Ellingson did get Chisago Lakes to jump, and should be a free 5 yards and a new set of downs for Willmar. We'll wait the call. Yep, it is offside. So that will give them a new set of downs with 5:15 to go here in the first quarter. Willmar has done it through the air on the ground, but a couple of setbacks here and there. But that time they get the Wildcats to jump. And it will be a new set of downs. Ball spotted right at the 26-yard line on that far hash for the Cardinals. Under 5 minutes now to go. Ellingson, man in motion to the left. He's got Carlson in the swing pattern, trying to cut it back at the 27, but he's wrapped up. And on the stop again, Matthew Schlender with the stop. Did pick up a yard, did Carlson, but not much after that. So a yard, and that is it. That'll make it 2nd and 9 now for the Cardinals. Ball spotted at the 25-yard line. Cardinals looking for the play call. They get it. Ellingson will deliver it to his offense, and they'll break the huddle. 2 receivers left, 1 right, tight end on the right side as well. Running back to his right, Riza. The tight end on the right. Now in motion is Schoberg. He'll go left to right. He'll line up in the slot, and then a fumbled snap. He'll get it off. That bounced off the turf on the pass over there on the far side to Jackson Schnitzels. We'll just have to say it slowly all game. We'll get through it. So that ball will hit the turf before bouncing into his arms for the incompletion, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 9. This is the toughest 3rd down spot the Cardinals have been in on this drive. We are at 3:58 in the first quarter left to go. This will be the longest third down conversion that they have had to attempt so far. 4 receiver set, 2 on each side. Carlson to the left of Ellingson. Ellingson in the gun. Claps his hands, takes a snap. Fakes the give to Carlson, and he is wrapped up in the backfield again. That on the stop is Carson Drury. Stopped him in the backfield. Let's see where they spot him. Back behind the 25 to the 28-yard line. A great stop there on the loss. So that'll bring up 4th down and about 12 to go. Cardinals look like they're showing no signs of punting or going for the field goal, so they look to go for it. Now this is 4th and long. 5 receiver set, 2 on the left side, 1, 2, 3 on the right. Ellingson takes the snap. He'll look to his right, fires over the right. Incomplete! He was pressured on the play by Matthew Schlender coming on the blitz. And that one's incomplete. And that will be a turnover on downs. So the Wildcats finally come up with the stop. Turnover on downs, and the Wildcats will get the ball with 3:10 to go here in quarter number 1. The Wildcats will now have their turn. Now coming out as the quarterback is going to be Braden Anderson. So Anderson under center. Receiver out wide to the left, wishbone formation behind him. Gives it up to Braxton Bender-Elke with the carry.
Moves the crew about 6 yards. Tackled on the play by number 74, Elijah Okabur. Got a little help by number 33.
Gain of about 5 there for Bender-Elke. As Braden Anderson will line up back under center. Toss out wide to the left here to Carson Langevin. Langevin off the sideline past the 40 to the 45. He'll be pushed out there. They'll spot him at the 44. Gain of 11 for Carson Langevin. 11 yards for Langevin.
Langevin gets the first down for the Wildcats.
So new set of downs for Chisago Lakes at their own 44. 4 receiver formation. They're just going to turn around and hand it right back up to Bender-Elke, up past the 45 to the 46. It'll be a gain of 2 for Bender-Elke. Second down and 8 now for the Wildcats. Got a player running off late here as they try and get a sub. Braden Anderson under center. And he'll take the snap. He'll roll out looking to get the option play going, and then he is stuffed in the backfield by a couple of Cardinals. It'll be a loss of 1 for Braden Anderson. It'll be 3rd down and 9. Under 2 minutes to go, 1:40 to be exact here in the first quarter. Braden Anderson, 3rd down and 9. More of a trips look on the right side. Instead, he'll toss it out here to Langevin. Langevin makes a man miss at the 45, to the 50, to the 45, breaks a tackle at the 40, down the sideline. He is gone! Carson Langevin with the touchdown run of 55 yards. Punches it in for the Wildcat touchdown. 1:24 to go on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. It is 6-0. Wildcats will look to go for the extra point. And Morley will line up for the PAT. Snap, spot, down, kick up by Morley is good. 7-0. Wildcats on the board first here in this one with 1:24 to go. They didn't take much time at all. Of course, they were facing 3rd and 9, but they did a good job getting those blocks out in front. of the ball carrier, and then he did the rest. He used that speed, broke off a tackle or two, and took it down the sideline and left the Cardinals in the dust to make it 7-0. Not a bad drive there for the Wildcats. Again, there was just about 3 minutes left in the quarter when they took over with the ball, so about a minute and a half of a drive there, maybe just over for the Wildcats. But it was, at first, they were facing 3rd down and long. That's when they scored that 55-yard rushing touchdown. So it's going to be Bryson Morley to kick it away on yet another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. And this first quarter nearly coming to an end. Morley readies. And here's the boot. End over end kick. Carlson will let that one bounce into the end zone for a touchback. And it will come out to the 20 of Willmar. Bryson Morley has just done a great job of that all year long. Doesn't give them a chance to return it. And the Wildcat offense comes back out onto the, the defense comes back out onto the field. Willmar, again, took a ton of time off the clock, almost 9 minutes off that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, but the Wildcats made a stop on 4th and 12. And it was Matthew Schlender, coming up with a big play. He was on the blitz, created confusion in the backfield there on their quarterback Ellingson, and he just had no chance. 4-receiver formation, 2 on each side. Ellingson with the running back to his left. Ellingson takes the snap. He'll give it off to Carlson up the middle. He's got some room to run. Makes a man miss at the 20 to the 25 before he's wrapped up and taken down. Spotted at the 31. It'll be a gain of 11 for Carlson and a new set of downs for Willmar. Now, with a new set of downs, Willmar will get the play call from the sideline. They're doing a pretty good job running right up the gut, something that, the Wildcats pride themselves on with that offensive line and defensive line that is probably their most veteran players. Head coach Ryan Anderson takes pride in that line, and now they'll give it back to Carlson up the middle. Not much doing there, but he does fall forward to about the 34-yard line, a gain of 3 there on first down. So 2nd down and 7 with 40 seconds to go here in the first quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Willmar breaks out of the huddle. Again, 4-receiver set, 2 to the left, 2 to the right. Ellingson send a man in motion right to left. He'll line up almost in the slot. They'll give back to Carlson up the middle, and he'll get to the 36-yard line, gain of 2. That'll bring up 3rd down and 5. 10 seconds to go. That might be the last play of this first quarter here at Chisago Lakes.
That'll be the end of the first quarter play.
So that is it for the first quarter here at Chisago Lakes. The Wildcats get on the board quickly there after a long drive by Willmar. They made the stop on 4th down, and then only a few plays later, they got in the end zone. So we will take a commercial break here, word from our fine sponsors, then be back with the second quarter of action here in Lindstrom.
Some things you just have to chalk up to good genetics. It's genetics that give cattle a competitive edge, and it's Case IH equipment that helps you get the most out of your livestock operation. Case IH has a bloodline with generations of innovation, and whether you're driving a Farmall, Maxim, or Puma, Case IH tractors get the job done. Stop by your local dealer and discover the full range of Case IH tractors and hay tools.
See Baraboo Implement in Rice Lake and St. Croix Falls.
Back here on 95.5 FM KBK, you can win tickets to the Vikings game against Detroit by listening to Joshua Miron in the morning. Tickets to next Sunday's game against the Lions, a hotel stay, and spending cash. Cool Country 100.9 FM WCMP is your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings. 3rd and medium. They'll fake the sweep to Carlson, and Ellingson will keep it himself. He's got the first down at about the 41-yard line. A gain of 5 for Ellingson, and just enough for the first. New set of downs for Willmar. Again, they line up in that spread. The shotgun does Willmar, and they can run a bunch out of that formation. Again, they'll run the Wildcat occasionally. They'll send men in motion, and you just never know what they're going to run. They also run the option out of it as well. So a lot of responsibility on Ellingson's shoulders, but they do a pretty good job of running that offense. 11.5 to go here, second quarter. Wildcats lead 7-0. Ellingson will take the snap this time. He gives it off to the running back. That is number 88, I believe. That is Jonah Gee. So Gee on the carry. He'll pick up about 8 yards. Again, and they'll line up a bunch of different guys in that backfield. So you've just seen 88 take the carry there. But you'll see a lot of guys touch the ball here tonight for Willmar. They aren't just about going to one or two playmakers. They've got a bunch out there. They'll line up with the two-back set in the gun again. One on each side of Ellingson. Two receivers left, one right. Ellingson claps his hands. Here comes the snap. It'll be a pass. He looks quickly to his right. Looks, gets it out to Gee. Gee makes a man miss at the 50, then falls forward to the 47, and we got a flag down back at about the 46. This should be in the area of holding. We'll have to wait and see, though. That could be in the area of hands to the face as well. We'll have to wait and see what the call is. Either way, this will be our third penalty of the first half. Looks like Willmar's backing up, so it is on them. And it will be holding. So another holding call that will set Willmar back. The last time that happened, they got into 3rd and long and then 4th and long, and Chisago Lakes was able to make a stop. 10:38 to go here in the first half. Wildcats lead 7-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Stay tuned, because at halftime we'll have our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime show. Obviously brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. 3 receivers set. 2 running backs in the gun with Ellingson, 1 on each side. Ellingson takes the snap. He'll give it to Carlson. Carlson grinds up the middle, past the 40, carrying defenders down to about the 44-yard, 43 and a half, we'll call it. Gain of about 4 for Carlson. It'll be 3rd down and long, about 3rd and 9. So 3rd down and 9 here for Willmar. And the Wildcats will look to make another stop here and get the ball back for their offense. That scored quickly in about a minute and a half on 3rd and long. 4 receivers out in the formation, 2 on each side. Ellingson has it back to his left. Claps, takes the snap. He'll roll out to his left. Looking, he'll throw. He's got a man right at the first down marker, and he's pushed out at about the 47, 46. That is to Jackson Schnickels. Snitchels, one of the two. It's a first down catch, though, to the 48. A gain of 9, and it'll be a new set of downs for Willmar. On the Wildcat side of the 50, Cardinals currently going left to right on your radio dial. Wildcats right to left. 3 receiver formation, tight end on the right for Willmar. He'll take the snap. He'll give the Carlson off the right side. Looking to bounce it outside instead, cuts it up, and he'll grind down where he'll be wrapped up at the 45, a gain of 3 for Carlson. Carlson, kind of a bell cow here for Willmar. As you can see, his carries are piling up. He's already at 8 carries. That might not seem like a lot, but for one person, it kind of is. So for him, he's doing a lot of the ball carrying. And Conlon Carlson, a 5'9", 165-pound senior. It is not easy to carry that ball that many times each week, but he does a pretty good job of it. 4 receiver set, 3 on the left side of the formation, 1 on the right. Ellingson, Carlson to his right. He'll take the snap, and it'll be a quick throw here on the left side to Horiza, and Horiza quickly up the field, getting some nice blocks. He'll be taken down at about the 34-yard line, gain of 11. And, you know, pass play-wise, he's kind of been their big chunk play guy, other than Schoberg, who caught that 22-yarder, but he now has catches of 6, 17, and 11. So that one goes for a first down. Ball spotted at the Wildcat 36-yard line. Willmar's pretty quick in and out of the huddle. Of course, Chisago Lakes doesn't really huddle at all, so we'll see some offenses moving pretty quickly. They'll give to Carlson off the left side of the line. He stutter steps to the outside the numbers, and then he is knocked out of bounds. I think that might be Estes on that far side pushing him out at about the 27-yard line, a gain of 7. So it'll be second down, about 3 to go. 7.5 minutes left here in the first half. Wildcats lead 7-0 on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard. We have had a quick moving first half, ladies and gentlemen. We're not even a half hour into the game, and we're already just about halfway through the second quarter. 2 receivers out wide to the right here. 1 on the left, tight end left as well. Ellingson, and got Wildcats to jump again on the hard count. That'll be a free first down on the 5-yard encroachment penalty. And that will be a new set of downs for Willmar just outside the Roddy Motors red zone. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. Get a substitution here for the Wildcats. Get some fresh legs in there. Willmar does a pretty good job of doing what the Wildcats do, but they do it out of the gun. Wildcats like to take a bunch of time off the clock, get down the field, and then punch it in. Willmar doing much of the same here, but they put it in the air a few more times. 2 receivers to the right, 1 left, tight end on the right as well. Ellingson in the gun. He takes a snap. He'll look to his left. He wants Carlson, but he's covered well. He's going to chuck it out of play. And nobody there, but he was outside the tackle box. So that one is incomplete. Threw it out of bounds on their side of the field. Again, he did get outside the tackle box. It got past the line of scrimmage, so it's incomplete. No intentional grounding there. He wanted to go to Carlson. Carlson running more of the wheel route on that far side. Got outside the numbers, but great coverage on the far side by the Wildcats. Allowed him nothing of passing room. Reese Nasvik over there with great coverage. I believe that's 10 or 18. Can't quite tell. It's either Nasvik or Grabo. And this time he will hand it off to Carlson off the right side of the line. Jukes up the field past the 20 before he's wrapped up and taken down at the 18-yard line. Gain of 4 for Carlson. That'll bring up third down and about 6. Third down and 6 here now for Willmar. Wildcats trying to make a stop and force them into a third down play. Then another long drive here for Willmar as we're already halfway through this second quarter. Wildcats lead on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard 7-0. Wildcats have only had possession of about a minute and a half here in this first half of play. Crazy. 2 receivers right, 1 left, tight end on the left as well. Ellingson in the gun. He'll fake to give to Carlson. He's going to keep it himself up to the 15, then cuts it up the field. Reaches for the first down, but I think they're going to spot him out at the 14-yard line. Yeah, I think they have him spotted out at the 14. So his foot went out of bounds at the 14. It's a gain of 4 for Ellingson, but not enough for the first. It'll bring up 4th down and 2. Wildcats now need a big stop here. They get the ball back for their offense. Again, clock dipping under 6 minutes to go in half number 1. Willmar is inside that Roddy Motors red zone now. Roddy Motors is a veteran-owned business. Joe Rodemacher is a U.S. Marine. When you need a pre-owned vehicle, Joe will get you squared away. 2 receivers right, 1 left, tight end on the left as well. Ellingson now sends a man in motion from left to right. That's his tight end. And a timeout will be called here by Willmar. That will be the first timeout by either squad here in the first half. And that will leave us with 5:49 to go in the second quarter. Again, stay tuned after those 5 minutes, 49 seconds. We will have our Hones halftime report coming up at halftime. They are continuing to honor the seniors here this evening on senior and parent night.
Number 28 is Emmett Hahn. He plans to go to trade school after high school. Michael Hool, number 31, plans to go to community college after high school. We'll do one more. Riley Estes plans after high school is to be...
So the timeout called there by Willmar. This is their second possession. They are dealing with a 4th down at the Wildcat 14-yard line. 2 yards to convert and grab a new set of downs, or for the Wildcats to get the ball back for their offense. Willmar has done a good job of spreading this ball out and spreading that defense out sideline to sideline, wearing them down. 2 receivers left, 2 right. running back to the right of Ellingson in the gun. Man in motion left to right. It'll be the tight end setting up on the right side now. The give will be to Carlson. Carlson gets the first down and a few extra yards. He's still pushing, backing his way towards the 10-yard line, and that's actually where they're going to spot him. 4 yards for Carlson. Ball will be spotted down at the 10-yard line. He got skinny through the hole, turned sideways, and then wound up just pushing himself backwards towards the 10-yard line. It'll be first down and, yes, goal from the 10 now for Willmar. So if there's any, I guess, silver lining, if you will, for the Wildcats, Willmar can't pick up a first down here. They have to get into the end zone or it will be turnover on downs. 2 receivers in the backfield with Ellingson, 1 on each side, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ellingson takes the snap. He'll give to Carlson off the left side, trying to get around the corner to the 10. Slips down inside the 10 to about the 8. Gain of about 2 for Carlson. That's already his 12th carry on the evening. 2 yards on that carry. I think they might even spot him closer to the 7. Gain of 3. Well, it'll be second down and goal from the 7. Same formation as the previous play for Ellingson. Ellingson claps the hands. Here comes the ball. Takes the snap, looks right. Tries to float it to the end zone, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver, Cooper Schnitzels. Incomplete. And that one will stop the clock with 4:32 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Wildcats lead 7-0. Third down and goal now for Willmar. They've had a really good mix here of run and pass in this first half. They've thrown the ball 11 times, completed it 6. 3 receivers right, 1 left, running back to the right of Ellingson. Ellingson will take the snap. He'll give the Carlson off the left side of the line, cuts it back at the 5. Down to about the 1-yard line before he is wrapped up. Good open field tackle there by the defender. Gain of about 6. So it's 4th down and goal. Ball spotted at the 1. Wildcats need to make a stop here. 4:12 to go in the first half. Wildcats trying to protect that 7-0 lead. 2 receivers right, 1 left. And we got a whistle here. And the Wildcats will call a timeout. That'll be their first of this half. And, of course, they're going to talk about, hey, what do we want to do? What do we got to defend here on this 4th down play? That'll also give us a chance to look at and tell you that there's a bird and animal auction at the Chelsea Brook Farm in Mora, Saturday the 19th. They'll have geese, pheasants, goats, pigs, pigeons, and more. Saturday the 19th at 9:30 a.m., the Chelsea Brook Farm, just 9 miles north of Mora. Timeout here in Chisago Lakes. 4:01 to go here in the first half. Coming up in 4 minutes and 1 second will be our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime. Of course, Willmar is inside the Roddy Motors red zone as well. I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. We also want to thank you for tuning in. If you're tuning in, make sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. We're audio only tonight, but we do video for some of our other streams, so be sure to like and subscribe. That way you'll be notified anytime we go live with a local sporting event on this YouTube channel. They'll come out, Will Willmar, with receiver set up on each side. We'll have a tight end kind of almost as a slot back on each side. Ellingson in the gun. Carlson will get the give off the left side of the line. He breaks off of 1 tackle and fights his way into the end zone. Oh, my goodness. The defender had him wrapped up high around the shoulders and unfortunately could not bring him down, and that is going to be a touchdown run of 1 yard for Carlson to get Willmar on the board and make it 7-6. Wildcats clinging on to that 1-point lead. Coming out to attempt the extra point, Luis Gomez-Alvarez. He will attempt the PAT. Here's the snap, spot down, kick is up, and it is good. 7-all here in this one, second quarter with 3:56 to go before halftime. Wildcats, up to this point, have only had the ball for about a minute and a half on offense. That's how quickly they scored, and they will try and get the ball back and use up the rest of this clock and then try and score before half and go into half with a lead. The Wildcats will talk about what they want to do on this return here. They've had some pretty good returns this year. Last week we've seen some really good ones as well against Princeton. You had Jaden Green and as well as Carson Langevin both returning, and I mean they did such a good job returning the ball last week. Willmar will set up for the Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Gomez Alvarez will get ready. We have no football for them to kick. And the referee comes back out with their football to kick away. Well, football is usually useful when you're trying to kick it away. Guess you could use a soccer ball, a kickball if you really wanted, but might be a little bit different of a football game if you start to use those. Gomez Alvarez with the boot, and this end-over-end kick will wind up in the arms of Langevin on the far sideline at the 15. Cuts it over at the 20, trying to cut it up at the 25. Runs into his own man, own blocker, and gets taken down at about the 27-yard line. Decent return, but unfortunately runs into his own blocker there at the 27, 28-yard line. So that is where Chisago Lakes will take over on offense. 3:49 to go. Ball spotted at the 28 officially. Here comes the Wildcat offense. Brayden Anderson. Line up under center. He's got a man out wide right. Anderson under center. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it himself. He'll toss it backwards here to the running back, number 28. He's wrapped up and at the 30, then pushes forward to the 31. Emmett Hahn with the carry. So Hahn with the carry there on the option play. A gain of about 3 for Hahn. And it'll make it 2nd and 7. Quickly to the line come the Wildcats. Anderson under center. He'll toss it out here to Langevin. Langevin at the 30, trying to cut it upfield. Stiff arms a man. 35, wrapped up at the 40 and out of bounds. And we've got a flag in the backfield. And this looks like it will be coming back as that came in behind the ball carrier. Usually not a good sign for the offense. So the penalty takes place at the 31. If it's holding, move the ball back to the 21. And that appears to be the case. We'll wait for the official word. Yep, it is holding, so move it back 10 yards from the 31 to the 21, and it'll be 2nd and long for Chisago Lakes. 3:07 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll get to the line right as the ball is spotted after the penalty. They want to go. Brayden Anderson under center, man in motion. They'll run the counter play here to Langevin. Langevin does a good job to wiggle his way forward up to about the 26-yard line, a gain of 5. And it'll be 3rd down and about 13 to go with just under 3 minutes left here in the first half. Quick sub here for the Wildcats before they go back under center and try and pick up this long 3rd down. Brayden Anderson under center. Takes the snap, and he'll give it up the middle here. Cannot see the number on that one. It's to the 35 on the carry. And I believe that was Braxton Bender-Elke. It was to the 35. Gain of 9. And that will make it 4th down and about 3-4 yards to go. And if they weren't on their own 35, I think we might see the Wildcats go for it, but especially after the big penalty that set them back, I think we're just going to see them bring out the punt unit and try and kick this one away, play field position. I think we got a timeout by Willmar, so that will be their second. They'll be left with one here, the remainder of this first half. 2:21 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Plus, their board-certified orthodontists are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Plus, they'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Yes, forever. So they will look to punt it away. It's Owen Morley getting set to boot it. It's Carlson back deep to return. Here's the punt, a high end over on kick. It's not going to go real far. In fact, it will take a Willmar bounce back towards the 50, and the Wildcats will touch it down. So less than ideal on that punt, and it looks like they'll spot it right at the 50 for Willmar to start. And right at the 49. So they'll move it back a yard. 2:09 left to go. Willmar's going to come out quickly. 4 receiver set, 3 on the right side, 1 on the left. Got a running back to the right of Ellingson. Ellingson takes the snap, gives to Carlson up the middle. He's got nowhere to go. Wrapped up on the tackle, Connor Fredrickson. No gain on that one for Carlson. That's his 15th carry already, ladies and gentlemen. Same formation, they'll go quick, under 2 minutes now. Ellingson will take the snap. He'll roll out to his right, looking for someone open. He's going to throw, and that one is over the head of his intended receiver, Cooper Schnitzels, or Schnickels, one of the two. It's incomplete. 6 of 12 now is Ellingson, 50% passing on the evening. 3rd down and 10. So if you're Chisago Lakes, well, now you're in a good spot because you stopped him quickly on 1st down, got the incompletion to stop the clock here on 2nd, and it's 3rd down and 10. 2 receivers right, 1 left, tight end on the left as well. Ellingson will take the snap. He's going to look to his right. He's got a man over the middle. He's going to toss it left. He's got a man deep and wide open, and it's caught inside the 20 and taken and stop him at the 16. Gain of 34 yards for Jackson Schnickels. And they'll get quickly to the line on the hurry-up offense. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Ellingson in the gun. Take the snap. He'll look to his left. He wants his man, but that's in the end zone and over his head, incomplete. Good coverage there by Nazvik. I think that's Graybo on the coverage, or Nazvik. I can't tell that far, ladies and gentlemen. I'm blind. It's one of those two on the coverage. Good coverage there. That one's incomplete. That his 14th pass attempt. Again, really good balance here by the Cardinals. Over 20 rush plays and now 15 pass plays. They'll give to Carlson. Carlson fumbled it! Back behind the 20. Luckily for Willmar, he jumped on it, but that will set them way back. And where will they spot it? A timeout called here by Willmar. So after the fumble, that is their final timeout. 23-yard line is where that will wind up being recovered at by Willmar. It'll make it 3rd and long now for the Cardinals after the 1st down and completion and that fumble there. So again, for the Wildcats, they're set up in a good position to make a stop. And get the ball back for their offense and try and drive quickly down the field to get a lead going into the half. With 1:10 to go. The Cardinals, again, no timeouts. Wildcats will have 2 more left. It was a 3rd down and long for the Cardinals when they tossed it to Jackson Schnitzel's 34-yard play to set them up inside the red zone. But then the incompletion and the fumble that went behind the line of scrimmage to now set up 3rd down and long. So the Wildcats need to stop 2 receivers each side. Ellingson, he'll take the snap. He's got a man, and he is open. Was he out first, or did he make the catch and then go out? Looks like they're going to say he made the catch and then went out. A big catch there for Gibson Horiza. And it's a gain of about 15 yards. And, of course, Willmar's going to go for it here on 4th and short. 4th down and about 2. 1:04 to go. Two receivers on the right side of the formation, one on the left. Look for a Carlson keep up the middle. They will give it to Carlson. He'll look to break it to the outside. He's got the edge, got more of the edge, dives towards the end zone, and he's in. Touchdown. Colin Carlson. 12 yards out. The touchdown there for Carlson will make it a 13-7 lead now for Willmar. Again, it's Gomez Alvarez coming out to attempt the PAT. And now we get a flag down. And now maybe we got encroachment or offsides on the Wildcats, and it looks like Willmar's just going to decline it. Yeah, they will. So they'll decline the penalty there. Snap spot down, kick up by Gomez Alvarez is good to make it a 14-7 lead for Willmar with 56 seconds left to go here in the first half. Willmar leads on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team over there wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible. Custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. You can find out more at EmbraceMN.com. Stay tuned for the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime report coming up. And about 56 seconds on the game clock will be more or less 5 minutes real time. Cardinals will bring out their kicking unit. Langevin and I think Nasvik back to return now for the Wildcats. Gomez Alvarez will place the football on the tee for Willmar, and we'll have yet another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Gomez Alvarez with the boot, and over-end kick will be taken in by Langevin back at the 10-yard line to the 15, to the 20. Cuts it out at the 25, cuts it back up the field to the 30, and he's wrapped up, taken down at about the 31, 32-yard line. And that's where this Wildcat offense will start. So Chisago Lakes will have one last go at it here before half and try and tie this one up. Ball will be officially spotted at the 32-yard line. Wildcats, they can go quickly when they need to, and they will certainly need to here. And plus they get the ball back to start half number 2, so trying to go 1 for 1 here. Braden Anderson under center. He'll have a man out wide to the right. Of course, that is Blake Seifert. Anderson takes the snap, and it'll be a give to Bender Elke. Maybe gains 2. And then we'll get a timeout quickly here by the Wildcats. That'll be their second timeout that they have called here in the half. They'll have one more. Don't forget, you can win tickets to the Minnesota Vikings against Detroit by listening to Joshua Murin in the morning show. Tickets to next Sunday's game is what you'll get, plus a hotel stay and some spending cash. Cool Country 100.9 FM WCMP is your local radio home for the Minnesota Vikings. Pretty special to win some Vikings tickets, so be sure you're listening to the morning show over on 100.9 FM WCMP with Joshua Miron, my good friend, and also be sure you're listening to the morning show here on Nice 95.5 FM KBK with my other good friend, Rockin' Robin Riley. We'll talk local sports this game. We'll recap all the other games in our local listening area, plus we'll talk some regional and national sports as well. Same formation here for the Wildcats. Anderson under center. Anderson will take the snap. He'll give it up the middle, past the 40 to the 41. Goes Bender Elke for 7. And the Wildcats will go quickly back to the line of scrimmage. New set of downs. Or excuse me, it'll be 3rd and 1. And give again. Bender Elke will take it to the 42. Gain of 1, and it is a new set of downs. Under 20 seconds to go, and we'll take another timeout here for the Wildcats. That'll be their final one. 20 seconds to go, and they've got to drive about 57 yards in 20 seconds. Now remember, getting out of bounds, incompletions, and getting first downs does stop the clock. But this is going to be tough. They'll have their backs up against the wall here at the end of the first half, trying to get this game tied. And, again, they get the ball to start half number 2, so we will see. Willmar went down and was unable to score on their first drive, a turnover on downs, and then Chisago Lakes was able to score a big run, got them in the end zone, but then Willmar came back and has now scored 14 unanswered. Couple of punts here by Wildcats, or just one, actually. Here we go. Anderson under center. He's got Langevin in the backfield. They'll run that same play they scored the touchdown on. This time, Langevin nowhere to go. No gain. He might have even lost a yard. That one going nowhere, and that will do it for the first half of play. Well, they're going to try and run another play, but they won't get there in time. That is it for the first half of play. The Cardinals of Willmar lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, 14-7. Not the way the Wildcats were hoping that one would go, but again, they get the second half kickoff. So we will take now a commercial break, and then when we come back, it will be time for our Holmes Auto Body and Glass halftime. After word from our fine sponsors, you're listening to football, high school football, on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust, for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles.
rushcityauto.com.
Hey there, Matt Winsan, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in Northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com, click on the Careers tab.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative. Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP. What a grab! The October 20th game against Detroit is a big one. We need you to help the Vikings stay undefeated.
Caught by Jefferson!
So WCMP and Joshua Miron are giving you a chance to win tickets to the game. We'll even throw in a hotel stay at Radisson Blue Mall of America and $75 spending cash.
You lucky suckers!
Listen to Joshua Miron Wednesday morning during the Cool Country Morning Show for your chance to be in Minneapolis next Sunday. Brought to you by Dale's Heating and Appliance and your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football.
WCMP.
Well, we're not on WCMP tonight. We're on Nice 95.5 FM KBK. But yes, if you're listening to the morning show on 100.9 FM WCMP with Josh Miron, that is where you'll get your chance to win those Minnesota Vikings tickets. Here at halftime, the Cardinals lead over the Wildcats 14-7. The Wildcats turned the Cardinals over on downs on their first drive, and Wildcats wasted no time going down and scoring themselves. But that was pretty much it for the Wildcats. They punted the ball away, and the Cardinals scored 14 unanswered. The Wildcats had the last chance there of the half, but just not enough time on the clock as they gave the ball back at the half. So we're watching some youth football here. He is to the 20-10. He is gone. Touchdown for the young man. Wow. What a great run there by that young man. They got some youth football playing here at half, and man, what a run there on that one. But continuing on with the first half here between the Cardinals and the Wildcats. Again, Cardinals lead 14-7. But it's been a tough goal of things. The Wildcats maybe had about 5 minutes of time of possession there. The Cardinals had about 19 minutes of time of possession in which they held on to the ball there. And that's tough to do much of anything when you can't get the ball when the other team is holding on to it for so long. And, that's unfortunate for the Wildcats because that's what they're used to doing. It's holding on to the ball for a long time, going down, having some long drives, and then punching it into the end zone. But that's kind of what Willmar's been doing. But they've been doing it balanced. They've been having a balanced attack here against the Wildcats. And right now the Wildcats, they've got them stopped a couple of times on fourth down, I should say. But then after that, they kind of gave up a few plays there on fourth down to allow the Cardinals to convert. So it's been a tough goal of things here in the first half. The Wildcats hoping they can change things here. Of course, they will receive the second half kickoff, so that could change things as we go forward. But we are at the Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime, brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. They'll fix you up right, from minor repairs to windshields and major collisions. Hones has been serving the area for over 44 years. You can find them at honesauto.com. Game Day Gilman bring you the action here from Lindstrom, Minnesota at Chisago Lakes High School. Again, if you're listening to this game, this is audio only on our YouTube page. So if you're listening to this game on our YouTube page, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube. That way you're notified every time we go live with a local sporting event. We're going to take a commercial break here. We're from some of our fine sponsors. When we come back, we'll talk halftime stats and maybe some of the keys to the second half for the Wildcats. You're listening to high school football on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ask Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage, and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
I can tell you how much fun we had at Nature Ventures in Mora, but why don't I let them tell you?
I love the giant hay structures. Oh, the corn pit is fun. I love the hay rides. And all the animals. Pumpkins! How about you, Grandma?
I like watching you kids play in nature.
The pumpkin patch with so much more. Nature Ventures, getting families together in nature. Just 5 miles southeast of Mora. Open Fridays noon to 6, Saturdays and Sundays 10 to 6, and open Thursday on MEA weekend.
Can I have your attention, please? There is a huge bird and animal auction Saturday the 19th in Mora. Pigeons, chickens, ducks, feeder pigs, geese, pheasants, goats, turkeys, and much more. Saturday, October 19th, 9 miles north of Mora on Highway 65. The action starts at 9:30 a.m. sharp. Get animal photos and more info at Chelsea Brook Farm Auction Company on Facebook, or call David Anderson at 320-364-0847. The huge bird and animal auction, 9 miles north of Mora, Highway 65.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A new Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Back here on 95.5 FM, KBEK, Game Day Gilman out here at Chisago Lakes High School for tonight's football game between the Wildcats and the Willmar Cardinals. Right now here at the Holmes Auto Body and Glass halftime, the Cardinals have the lead, 14-7. It has been a tough go of things, but again, the Wildcats maybe have about 5 minutes of possession time in that first half, so not a lot doing with the ball. As we take a look at some of the scores, North Branch leading over Duluth East 42-8. That one in the fourth quarter, as that one got started early. Benilde St. Margaret's leading over Delano right now, 7-6. Princeton over Hutchinson at the end of the first half, 14-0. And yeah, Becker over Big Lake, 35-0. Not too surprising on that one. Grand Rapids beating Cloquet, 20-7. And Totino Grace and Orono. Ooh, that one went final. Apparently, according to this, Totino Grace beat Orono 11-8. So some close games there here in Class 4A, in which both these teams play out of. So, again, that is according to Minnesota Scores Feed. Again, according to Minnesota Scores Feed, that is when final, Totino Grace and Orono. Yeah, we'll see if that one is true. Seems a little bit early for that one to be gone final, but we'll wait and see. As back at this game here, Looking at some of the first half stats for Willmar, they went 8 of 15 passing, 115 passing yards, 24 carries, 82 rush yards, and 2 touchdowns for a total of 197 yards of offense there in the first half. For the Wildcats, 12 carries, 98 yards. That was it for their offense, and the 1 touchdown there, Langevin, and that 55-yard rushing touchdown. That was it. That has been it for the Wildcats pretty much on offense. They had a chance there at the end of the first half to get something done, but they could not get anything going quick enough to condone taking a shot downfield. They just didn't get a big enough chunk play to really justify taking that shot downfield. So instead, they tried to just continue to run it. They ran out the rest of the clock knowing, hey, we will get the ball to start the second half, and that's what they did. And for the Wildcats, the offense will have to get things going sooner than later. The defense is going to have to come up with a stop, too. Willmar has done a good job of driving the field. He's doing a really good job of taking time off the clock, driving the field, and kind of almost doing what they want on offense. But they have gotten into some longer 3rd and 4th downs, but they have been able to convert. So for the Wildcats, they need a big stop defensively, and they need to get their offense going and get it going quickly here in this one. Again, Willmar 0-6, but again, they have played, out of their 6 games, 4 of them have been against top 10 teams in the state. So they have not played bad competition. They have played really good competition, including last year's state champion in Hutchinson. They lost that one only by 7 points. So this is a battle-tested team in Willmar. Chisago Lake's trying to end their 2-game losing skid as they host Willmar here tonight. And this for Chisago Lakes, again, early on, not going the way they would have hoped. But the Wildcats, this will be their final home game of the year. Then next week, they'll play the number 1 team in Class 4A, the Becker Bulldogs. That'll be next Wednesday. Yes, believe it or not, the end of the regular season is coming up next Wednesday. I can't believe it. So 5 days before the end of the regular season, and then we're talking about playoffs even more. So, of course, when playoffs do start, stay tuned, or even before they start, stay tuned to both KBK and WCMP, as we'll let you know who's playing where, when, what time, and if we'll be there or if we're unable to be there. So stay tuned as we'll keep you up to date on all of that going forward. It is coming up quickly, as the volleyball playoffs too. So stay tuned for all things local sports on our websites as well. Both stations, our Facebook pages, Instagrams for both pages, and our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things you can think of local sports. We're just about wrapped up with our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime. Halftime report brought to you by Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. They'll fix you up right from minor repairs to windshields and major collisions. Hones has been serving the area for over 44 years. You can find them at honesauto.com. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here on KBEK.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
The mushroom melt is back at A&W. How does this sound? Sautéed seasoned mushrooms and onions with melted Swiss cheese on your choice of a juicy burger or grilled chicken. Then add golden French fries and a medium soft drink. It's the mushroom melt and fries combo at A&W. Now, top it off with a classic A&W root beer float featuring vanilla soft serve and made fresh root beer, all in a frosty mug. Or how about the A&W Root Beer Freeze? Signature combos and delicious treats always at your local A&W restaurant in Pine City.
Hey there, neighbors. Matt Winsan, CEO Burnett Dairy. Farmers are the people that wake up before the sun, who battle the elements, and tend to their crops and herds with a passion that runs deep in their veins. At this time, I would personally like to thank the farmers. From all of us at Burnett Dairy Cooperative to all of our incredible farmers, thank you. Burnett Dairy Cooperative. Real farms, real flavor.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors have your next pre-owned vehicle. Vehicles of all makes and models, and vehicles priced to move. Roddy Motors in Mora can also get you financed on site. Or, if you've got a vehicle to sell, Roddy offers consignment too. Yep, they'll help you sell your quality pre-owned vehicle. The 2-time winner of the Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County. That's what you call a repeat champ. When you need a quality vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or RoddyMotors.com. RODDY Motors.com. Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Ethan Game Day Gilman bringing you all the action from this matchup here between the Chisago Lakes Wildcats, and they host the visiting Willmar Cardinals. So a tough start here again for the Wildcats, but again, they just got to focus on running their offense. Their offense hasn't been playing terribly, but they just haven't been out on the field a bunch. And when you can't get out on the field, well, then your offense really has no chance to get going. Defensively, they're quite simply, they're going to have to get a stop. They're going to have to make a stop on third or fourth down, hold the Cardinals from converting those long plays, and make a stop somewhere, because this defense, they've given up some big plays, and they're not big plays aren't big plays aren't ideal. They're not terrible, but they're not ideal. But where the issue is really coming is when they get the Cardinals into third and fourth and long, and then allow Willmar to convert those third and fourth and longs. That's where the issue is coming in, and where Chisago Lakes really needs to step it up here in the second half defensively. That is it for our Hones Auto Body and Glass halftime report. The Wildcats are getting set to receive the second half Kettle River Pizza kickoff. And their offense will start, and they are looking to try and drive the field quickly and tie this game right back up. We had a quick moving first quarter and a half, and then things kind of slowed down there in the second quarter. Timeouts, plays being stopped due to the incompletions and out of bounds. So normal starting quarterback Kellen Meisner not starting here this evening. Again, it is Braden Anderson, the 6 foot, 155-pound senior. Green and Langevin will be back deep to return for the Wildcats. Gomez Alvarez is set to boot it away here on the Kettle River Pizza kickoff. And there's the boot. This time it'll be Green taking it in inside the 20 to the 25, cuts it up at the 30, breaks a tackle and falling forward as he's tripped up at the 35-yard line. And that's where the Wildcats will start with the ball on offense. So the Wildcats starting at their own 35-yard line. Braden Anderson back out under center. Seifert, the lone receiver, out wide right. Wishbone behind Anderson. Anderson takes a snap. Give up to Bender Elke, and Elke drives forward to about the 38-yard line, gain of 3. 6 for 26 yards for Elke. Bender Elke, Langevin had 4 for 70 to lead the team. Anderson getting the play call out to the offense. Takes the snap, and he'll give it up. Again, I believe that's Bender Elke. He'll get it to the 40, another gain of 2, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 5. Third down and 5 to go for the Wildcats offense. Ball spotted at their own 40. Anderson under center. He'll take the snap, but again to Bender Elke. Nothing doing. Maybe a yard on the play, but that is it for Bender Elke. 4th down. Bender Elke, gain of a yard.
Just to let you know, ticket number 423770 did make it with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left in this time.
And it looks like the Wildcats will punt it away. So unfortunately, they could not get anything going on that drive on offense, and they'll have to punt it away. Owen Morley will look to boot this one away. Got Carlson standing back there to receive the punt for Willmar. 10:07 to go. Here's the punt, and again, this one high end over end, doesn't go too far, but it does take a Wildcat bounce inside the 35, and it will be touchdown at the Willmar 31-yard line. So the Cardinals will take over on their own 32 with under 10 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Offense will take a seat and talk about what they need to get going and get started because their offense has just kind of been sputtering after that first drive. And Ellingson out in the gun, 3 receivers right, 1 left. He'll give to Carlson. Carlson makes a man miss, eventually gets past the original line of scrimmage, falls forward to the 35 for a gain of 3. Gain of 3, 2nd down and 7. Second and 7 now for Willmar. 3 receivers right, 1 left. Running back on the left side of Ellingson. He'll be a quick throw out here to the receiver, Hariza, and that comes up short of Hariza. So it is incomplete on that one. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 for Willmar. So here come the Cardinals, 2 receivers on each side of the formation. Carlson to the right of Ellingson. Ellingson takes the snap. He'll roll out to his right. Under pressure. He's going to look to take it. He's going to roll, stops, steps up, then stops again, and he is pushed out. About a gain of 2 or 3 there for Ellingson. Up at the 37 is where he spotted out. 2 yards for Ellingson. And that will bring up 4th down. And for the first time here tonight, it looks like the Cardinals will get set to punt it away. This looks to be Ethan Remersma? Something like that. And now we've got a timeout called by the Wildcats. That will be their first.
You can now find Chisago Lakes High School activities on Facebook and Twitter. Follow us for results, pictures, and upcoming events.
So that will be their first. They'll be left with 2 now throughout the entire half. That's unfortunate for the Wildcats to have to use one there. They might have been thinking they're seeing something that the Cardinals maybe go for the fake here. I don't know. So unfortunately, you have to use an early timeout due to the Wildcats with 8:33 to go in the third quarter. It is 4th down for Willmar. This will be their first punt of the game. Snap, and here's the punt. This one, a spiraling punt, and it bounces at the 40, takes a Willmar roll inside the 30, and it is down at about the 27-yard line. The Wildcats make a stop there defensively and now get the ball back for their offense. 8:21 left here in the third. Offense trying to get going and trying to get this game back tied at 14. Here comes Braden Anderson and company. They'll line up Wishbone behind Anderson. Receiver to the left of the formation. Anderson under center. Is to Langevin. Langevin not much doing on the carry. A couple to the 29. That'll make it 2nd down and 8 to go for the Wildcats. Jacob Grabo, the receiver out wide to the right now of the formation for Braden Anderson. Anderson, he'll drop back to throw. He's got a man out right. He's got it to Langevin up. Caught it at the 37, and then he's pushed out at the 40. A gain of 11. For Langevin. 11 yards there on the first pass attempt from Braden Anderson. New set of downs. 1st and 10 on the 40. Under center, Anderson give up the middle to Bender Elke, up to the 45. Spins off of one tackle. Pounds his way down to the 47. A gain of 7 for Bender Elke. 2nd down and 3 for the Wildcats, in this offense has seemingly found a little bit of momentum now. Per usual, quickly to the line of scrimmage. Anderson under center. He'll take the snap. It'll be a QB sneak and got a good initial push. And that extra push will get him a new set of downs. A gain of 3.5 for Braden Anderson. And that'll give him a new set of downs. Ball spotted right at the 50. Under 7 minutes to go now in the third. Toss out wide left here, to Langevin, up towards the 50. Stiff arms a man down at the 45, and that's where he'll be pushed out. They'll actually give him another yard to the 44. Gain of 6 for Langevin, and be 2nd down and 4. The play call to the offense, and they'll line up. Right up the middle to Bender Elke. Quickly up the middle. Gets a nice surge. Carrying defenders. His offensive line pushing him inside the 40 to about the 36-yard line. Gain of about 8. I'll call it 6. Or 7. Yeah, 7. For Bender Elke. New set of downs at the 37. Late man off here for Willmar. He does get off in time, though. Snap, and they give it to Jaden Green off the counter off the right side. Breaks the tackle at the 35, and then he's cut down at the 34. Gain of 3 for Jaden Green. His first carry of the evening goes for 3 yards. 2nd and 7, under 6 minutes to go in the third quarter. Anderson back under center. Takes the snap. Give it up to Bender Elke. No, he'll keep it himself off the right side of the line. Quickly cuts it up inside the hash marks to the 30 before he's taken down. A gain of 4 for Anderson. It'll be 3rd down and 3 from the Willmar 30-yard line. Willmar will quickly substitute here. As again, Wildcats do not huddle. They're quick up to the line of scrimmage. Anderson. He'll take it and keep it himself on the fake to Bender Elke, and he spun down awkwardly. He's a little slow to get up, but he's all right. Thank goodness. Never want to see anybody hurt. Maybe picks up a yard. Did Anderson, so it'll be 4th down and 2. This a big play here. Under 5 minutes left in the quarter. Wildcats trying to convert on this 4th and 2. Ball spotted inside Willmar territory. Anderson. And we got a flag down. Did Willmar jump? I think they got him to jump with a little bit of motion and the hard count.
That's a free first down.
So they did. A new set of downs there on the offsides call. Great job by Braden Anderson getting the hard count there to get Willmar to jump. New set of downs. Ball spotted inside the 25 at the 24. Anderson, he'll give it up to Langevin. Langevin squirts through the line, quickly up the field to about the 15 to the 16-yard line, a gain of 8. On first down, it'll be 2nd down and 2, and now we've got a lineman down for the Wildcats, and he is in some pain. Oh, my goodness, we just hope that he's all right. Oh, we pray and hope that he's okay. Unfortunately, that is Logan Carlson down. We'll take commercial break while they attend to him here on KBK.
A&W Restaurant Pine City is still making fresh root beer, that signature item since 1919. It's still made fresh and on-site with real cane sugar and a blend of secret ingredients. It doesn't get any better than this. Their world-renowned A&W root beer is a classic treat, and they can top it off with creamy vanilla soft serve to be known as the famous A&W root beer float. Now that's smooth, tasty, and refreshing. An American iconic A&W root beer float. It never tasted so good. A&W Restaurant Pine City. Come grab your root beer float today.
Some things you just have to chalk up to good genetics. It's genetics that give cattle a competitive edge, and it's Case IH equipment that helps you get the most out of your livestock operation. Case IH has a bloodline with generations of innovation, and whether you're driving a Farmall, Maxim, or Puma, Case IH tractors get the job done. Stop by your local dealer and discover the full range of Case IH tractors and hay tools.
See Baraboo Implement in Rice Lake and St. Croix Falls.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Well, player was able to get up under his own power. Langevin will get the handoff here for Braden Anderson. Quickly off the right side of the line, cuts it upfield, ripped down at the 11, but it's a gain of 5. And a new set of downs inside that Roddy Motors red zone here for the Wildcats. Roddy Motors in Mora. Joe Rademacher has a couple of varsity football players and a varsity swimmer himself. So when you need a vehicle to cart your team to practices, camps, and games, stop by Roddy Motors, and he'll get you what you're looking for. Anderson under center, toss left here to Langevin, but there is a flag down. This in the area of a false start. And that's what it is. Oh, that'll push the Wildcats back 5 yards to the 16-yard line. 1st and 15. And on a drive like this, that could be a drive killer. Obviously, the Wildcats hoping it's not, but penalties like that are the ones that tend to kill drives, and Wildcats hoping that's not the case. Anderson Man in motion, he'll fake. Now he'll look to throw. He's got a man deep in the end zone, overthrew him. Looking for his intended receiver, Grant Froker. And that is incomplete on that one, so that'll bring up 2nd and 15. Back up under center quickly. Here come the Wildcats to the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 15. Anderson under center, and he'll give it up the middle here inside the 15. Bender Elke will get it to about, let's see where they spot him, at 13, 14-yard line. I think the 13. Maybe a gain of 3 there. So that'll bring up 3rd down and long for the Wildcats with 3 minutes and 5 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. Toss out wide left here to Langevin. Langevin under pressure. He was looking to throw. Instead, he's going to take off with it inside the 10, but then a whole host of Cardinals get to him as he's pushed out of bounds inside the 10 to about the 6-yard line. Gain of about 7. But it'll bring up 4th down and about medium. And looks like they will possibly bring on the field goal unit. It will be Owen Morley on the hold and Bryson Morley to kick it on this field goal attempt. So a Morley hold, a Morley kick. Snap, spot down, kick is up. Bryson Morley's kick is no good. So the missed field goal there will keep it a 7-point difference here in the 3rd quarter with 2:03 left on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, ask about financing options because they'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. A tough go of things here on that drive, and that it was a false start penalty that really kind of killed the drive for the Wildcats. Here comes Ellingson and the offense for the Cardinals. They'll go back to Carlson. He'll take it off the left side of the line. He is quickly cut down just at the 21. Gain of about 1. It'll be a 2nd down and 9 for the Cardinals. Clock dips under 2 minutes to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll line up with 2 running backs in the backfield, 1 on each side of the quarterback, 2 receivers right, 1 left. Ellingson takes a snap, and he'll fake the give. He'll hold on to it himself. He's wrapped up in the backfield, breaks off of 1, breaks off another, and then it quickly slammed down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there for Ellingson. That'll bring up 3rd down and 9. So the defense here for Chisago Lakes has definitely since stepped up here in this 3rd quarter and has made some stops, and they need 1 more right here. Their offense seemed to get things going, but a penalty destroyed that momentum on that drive, and if they can make a stop here, that would just quickly give that ball back to the offense, and they need it. Under a minute to go here in the 3rd quarter. 2 receivers left and right. Ellingson with the running back to his left in the gun. Ellingson claps his hands. Here comes the snap. He's going to look. It's going to be a quick pass. Oh, he's got a man over the middle, and it is bobbled and caught at the 49-yard line by Jackson Schnickels. Oh, my goodness. 28 yards there for Schnickels. And that one is a big chunk there. New set of downs at the 49-yard line. Still on Willmar's side of the 50. They'll go with 2 receivers right, 1 left. Tight end on the left. Running back on the right side of Ellingson. Ellingson will take the snap, and he'll give it to that tight end from the left side. Estes is back there, but He gets off of his tackle, and then he's wrapped up for no gain on the carry. That was Gibson Horiza on the carry. And with that, that'll wrap up our third quarter. 3 quarters have come and gone in the Wildcats trail here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard to the Willmar Cardinals, 14-7, a 7-point game as we head to the final quarter of play. You're listening to high school football here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Getting your vehicle repaired after an accident doesn't have to be stressful. Drop your vehicle at Hones Auto Body and they take care of the stress. From the estimate to easily working with your insurance, Hones will take care of minor dents, collision repair, glass replacement, and mechanical services. iCar and ASE certified technicians will get your vehicle fixed right. For a shop you can trust, for collisions or everyday repairs, bring your vehicle to Hones Auto Body and Glass Mechanical in Mora, or visit online at honesauto.com. That's HOHNS auto.com.
Back here on 95.5 FM KBEK. Switching sides of the field. Willmar going right to left on your radio dial. Wildcats left to right. Second down and 10. 2 receivers left, 1 right for the quarterback, and this time the give will be to number 20. He is wrapped up in the backfield. A whole host of Wildcats get there on the carry. That was Hudson Schoberg. Nothing doing on that one. Maybe a loss of 1. Loss of 1. It'll be 3rd down and 11. Willmar again, they don't take too long in the huddle. Here they come. 2 receivers right, 1 left, tight end on the left side as well. Running back to the left of Ellingson. Ellingson in the gun. Claps his hands, here comes the snap. Takes the snap, looking to his right. He's going to throw to his right. He's got a man deep, and it is caught! Again, a double grab there by Schoberg. He double clutched it, but brought it in, and he's taken down at the 21. A 31-yard gain on the play for Schoberg, and it's a new set of downs near the Roddy Motors red zone for Willmar. Ellingson will take the snap, and he'll keep it himself off the left side of the line. Cuts it up the field at the 20, and Estes makes the stop at about the 17. Gain of 4 for Ellingson. Estes on the stop. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 to go here inside that Roddy Motors red zone. When you need a pre-owned vehicle, a quality pre-owned vehicle, look no further than Roddy Motors in Mora. Shop online at roddyMotors.com. 2 receivers right, 1 left. 2 running backs in the backfield for Ellingson. He'll give it off to Carlson. Carlson off the left side of the line. And he is stopped quickly right at that line of scrimmage, it appears. No gain for Carlson. So it'll bring up 3rd down and medium plus, we'll call it. 3rd and about 7. Wildcats desperately need a stop defensively to get this ball back. Their offense was rolling there. And now Willmar will take a little bit of time off the clock here to get this play call in, as we're dipping down to 9.5 minutes left to go in the game. 2 receivers left, 1 right for the Cardinals. Tight end on the right side as well. Man in motion left to right. Ellingson takes the snap. He'll roll to his right. Looking. He's got Schnickels, and he's got the 1st down. That was caught at about the 13, and then he tripped, fell forward to about the 10. Gain of 8 for Jackson Schnickels, and then we get some more whistles as we do have a, looks like, it's unfortunately Jackson Schnickels, the man who caught the ball. And, no, we have a Wildcat down right next to him. Looks like it may have been on the tackle. Oh, no, we have 2 guys down. We'll take a break while they get looked at here. Hope and pray that they're all right. on KBEK.
Rush City Auto invites you to come on in and check out their full lot of quality used vehicles. They got a car or truck for any size budget. Get your next vehicle from a local dealer with a great reputation. Rush City Auto wants to get you into a vehicle that you will love at a price you can afford. For more information, visit them online at rushcityauto.com and make sure you like Rush City Auto on Facebook to stay up to date with their inventory. Rush City Auto, quality used vehicles. rushcityauto.com.
Hey there, Matt Winsan, CEO of Burnett Dairy Cooperatives. Everybody knows that there are great places to play in northwest Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work too? At Burnett Dairy Cooperative, we employ our local communities within 5 counties from our Grantsburg location. We offer competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and great benefits, and you will have the opportunity to grow within our herd. Lots of opportunities to grow. Come be a part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com, click on the Careers tab.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy.
Back here on KBEK, player is able to get up and walk off under his own power. It was Connor Fredrickson, the injured Wildcat, who is again able, thankfully, to get up under his own power and make his way to the sideline. So it is first down, and they'll say goal from the 9 here for the Cardinals. Schnickel's on that last play, gain of 8. And the lineup in the gun, 2 receivers left, 1 right, tight end on the right for Ellingson. Ellingson takes the snap, give to Carlson. He was tripped up, somehow kept his feet underneath him, and then he was stopped at about the 7, gain of 2 for Carlson. Gain of about 2, second down and goal. Here come the Cardinals, 8.5 minutes to go in the 4th. Ellingson takes the snap. Once again, give to Carlson. He breaks it way out wide, breaks off of 1, then gets into the end zone on another touchdown here for Ellingson. There probably could have been a holding call in 2 spots there, but they didn't get it. 6-yard touchdown run for Carlson. That is his 3rd on the evening to make it a 20-7 ball game. And of course, Gomez Alvarez in to attempt or to kick the PAT. Snap, spot down, kick up. It's good. 21-7. Willmar takes the lead and extends it on that drive. A long drive there for Willmar. And the Wildcats, they've got some work to do with only 8 minutes, 18 seconds left. And remember, they had to take a timeout earlier in the 3rd quarter, so they've only got 2 timeouts to go and use here the rest of the game. Green and Langevin will go back to return here for the Wildcats. As the Cardinals get set to boot this one away on another Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Here comes Gomez Alvarez to boot this one away. Kick team gets lined up. There's the whistle for the OK. And here's the boot with an end over end kick. It'll be taken in at the 15 to the 20. Cuts it back at the 25. Up on the numbers to about the 30 before being tripped up and taken down at the looks like they'll officially spot it at the 31. So the Wildcats will start with the ball on their own 31-yard line. Wildcat offense back out on the field. Anderson under center. 8:12 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Anderson will toss right here to Langevin. Langevin cuts it up at the 35. Tripped up and jumps forward to the 40. It's a gain of 9 on that one. Second down and 1 now for the Wildcats. Anderson under center. Takes a snap. Up to Benderelke. No, that's going to be number 31. And that'll be Michael Hool.
Michael Hool on the carry, getting the Wildcat first down.
Hool will get it from the 40 to the 46, a gain of 6. Now behind Anderson, under center, it will be Langevin, as he's got his 3 others lined up to the left. Takes a snap. It'll be a fake toss and then a try to run the counter play here. They'll get it maybe back to the line of scrimmage on the carry for Hahn. Tried to run the counter, but that was not done cleanly. Gain of 1 for Hahn. That's it. Wasn't the smoothest of run plays there by the Wildcats, and it'll make it second down and 9. No harm, though, as they were able to get it forward and not lose yards. Anderson under center. He'll give it back up the middle to Hool. Hool's got some room to run. Quickly up the middle, breaking off a tackle and then falling forward as he's brought down at the Willmar 43-yard line. 10 yards there for Hool, and new set of downs for the Wildcats in Willmar territory. A 3-back high formation here for the Wildcats. Anderson will give it to Langevin. Langevin cuts it up to the 40, and he is tripped up, grabbed around the ankles, brought down at the 36-yard line. Gain of about 6-7 yards. Quickly to the line. Here come the Wildcats. Anderson under center takes the snap. He'll give up again to Hool. Hool, no, he'll keep it himself. And, oh, the ball pops out. Did that fall right back into his arms, or was that a turnover? I think that bounced right into Anderson's hands again. Woo! A close one as Anderson will get it to the 26-yard line, a gain of 10. But that ball popped free. It somehow wound up back in a Wildcat possession. Don't like the fumble, but you'll take the recovery. Wishbone behind Anderson. Anderson, counter play again here off the right side of the line. That time the give to Hahn. Hahn ducks inside the 25 to about the 21. Gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5. Right outside the Roddy Motors red zone, Anderson, he'll take the snap, give up the middle. No, he'll keep it himself. He's got the outside to the 15, to the 10, to the corner of the end zone, reaching, touchdown, Wildcats! Braden Anderson with the 21-yard touchdown run. Great fakes by the running backs, and Anderson used his speed to cut it to the outside of the numbers and dove right at the pylon for the touchdown to make it 21-13. Morley will hold. Morley will kick. It's Bryson Morley to kick and Owen Morley to hold. Snap, spot down, kick up. It is good. 21-14. Wildcats drive the length of the field and punch it in from 21 yards out on the touchdown run by Braden Anderson. So Wildcats get back within 7 here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, the team over there, believes the result of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program at Embrace MN PineCityHockey.com. 5 minutes exactly to go on that scoreboard. We got a final up there in Pine City. They fall to Two Harbors, 44-6, but they get in the end zone again. And I know a lot of people might be saying, well, they lost. But, yes, Pine City has now scored in 3 straight games. That has not been something they've been able to do here the last couple of years. So for them to get on the board in 3 straight games, that team is headed in the right direction. It'll be Bryson Morley to boot this one away. On this Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Five minutes exactly to go. Morley's boot. It's an end-over end kick, and it will go into the end zone once again for another touchback. And he's got a strong leg. That one will wind up in the end zone. So, Wildcats defense will come back out onto the field needing, it is a must at this point, a stop. And they need to stop early because Willmar, again, has been driving the field and taking loads of time off the clock. That time of possession still heavily in favor of Willmar. Wildcats defense needs an early stop here, especially with the ball at the Willmar 20. Oh, a low snap. Somehow they get it up. Carlson will be taken down well behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of about 3 there.
Low snap. Carlson able to wrangle it in. In the backfield, taking him down is Charles Gilman. Also Ethan Heaver.
So second down and 13. Again, that snap came in real low. Somehow they were able to get it off the turf and get it to Carlson, but Carlson had nowhere to go. 4:25 left here in the game. 2 receivers left, 1 right for Willmar. Ellingson takes the snap. He'll give to Carlson. No, he'll keep it himself. He's got no room to go. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage. That is it for Ellingson. No gain. Third down. They might have gave him a yard, but it'll be third down and long either way. Wildcats have substitution they'll make, and here comes Willmar. Fans getting on their feet. Student section trying to make some noise. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Carlson to the left of Ellingson in the gun. Ellingson takes the snap. He'll look to pass. He's going to go deep. Got a man. Schnickles. Oh, my goodness, what a catch by Schnickles. Up to the Wildcat 44-yard line. 38 yards. And that will take the air right out of this stadium. Oh, my goodness. I mentioned it pregame. Ellingson does have an arm on him. He's showing it here as that one. 38 yards. That one hurts. New set of downs for Willmar. They'll give to Carlson, showing some patience off the right side of the line, then grinding forward, breaking through a couple tackles, falling to the 40 for a gain of 4. And whistle. And a timeout called here by the Wildcats. They'll be left with 1 to go in the game. 2:53 left to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Wildcats at this point need a stop and or a turnover and get the ball back quickly for that offense. Time is definitely not on their side. Final up there at East Central. Mille Lacs gets the victory up there, 58-0. So we have gone final in both of those games. In ours, it's 21-14. Willmar with the lead right now, but the Wildcats know if they can get this ball back for their offense, they can score in a hurry, and that's what they're going to try and do. They got to make a stop first. So here come both the teams after the Chisago Lakes timeout. Two receivers left, one right, two running backs in the backfield for Ellingson. Ellingson takes the snap, give to Carlson. No doubt as to who they're going to. It's a gain of 1 for Carlson. He's carried the ball a ton tonight. (24 to 25 times), and now it'll be another timeout here by the Wildcats. That is it. That's their final one. 2:47 to go. It'll be 3rd down and 5 after the timeout break is over. But again, Wildcats will not have a timeout left. So if they're able to make a stop, they got to make 2. There's no doubt that Willmar, if they're stopped here in 3rd, will go for it. If they've watched film at all, they know the Wildcats can drive the length of the field and in a hurry. So for Willmar, and they've converted on a bunch of 4th downs here tonight. So there's no doubt in my mind, even if it's still 4th and 5, I think the only way that Willmar doesn't go for it if it's 4th down and +7. If it's 4th and within 5, I think Willmar still goes for it. 2 receivers left, 1 right. Running backs in the backfield on each side of Ellingson. He'll take the snap, and he'll give to Carlson. Carlson books it out wide to the left, runs into a whole pack of Wildcats, and he's stopped. No gain, and that is exactly what the Wildcats needed. 4th down and 5, but again, this is a situation where I do believe Willmar will still go for it because it's within that 5-yard range. And again, they've converted on 4th and longer, so they'll go for it here. And if they convert here, that would pretty much write an end to this one. So the Wildcats need one more stop here to wrap this thing up. Willmar will obviously let a ton of time come out before they call a timeout, as it will dip under 2 minutes. Timeout there. That'll be their first, and we will have 1:53 left on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Wildcats need one more stop to even have a chance at trying to get this one tied up. So we're going to keep it here. We won't take commercial break. We'll keep it here. That way we don't have to worry about getting done. And I want to thank Andy Beckstrom for calling that game up there in Pine City. Appreciate him. Appreciate him calling that game. Appreciate Adam Hefty calling the game up at East Central High School. Appreciate those guys for doing the work that they do. They have full-time jobs outside of calling games, so I am super appreciative for them to be able to take time out of after their full-time jobs and call games for us here at WCMP. So here comes Willmar. They need one more stop. Do the Wildcats. Wildcats need one more stop for their offense. 2 receivers right, 1 left. 2 running backs in the backfield. Ellington will take the snap. He'll give it to Carlson. Carlson, no, he'll keep it himself. He's got some room to the right. He slides out. He slid short. He is well short of the first. Oh, he slid down at the 35. His knee came down well short of where they're spotting him. Oh, my goodness. They're giving him oh, my goodness. That was well short of where he was at. They got to talk about this because he was short. He was at the 35. He started his slide at the 35, and they're giving him the 34. Oh, my goodness. This is going to come down to the chains, and it shouldn't have to because his slide started at the 35, and that's where he is down. As soon as that slide starts, he's down, but now it comes down to this. And I think he got it. He did. And that will end it. Oh, man, a bad spot on the 4th down. The boos are raining down. It's tough to say that. Oh, my goodness, that was not a good spot on the ball, unfortunately. The ref on the near side, he spotted that ball initially at the 35. I don't know why he maybe didn't try and go in and say his piece a little bit more. He had the clear view. I mean, My goodness, that's going to hurt because that, again, it is, if the quarterback slides, it is where he starts his slide that the ball is spotted at. Oh, man. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not till the state tournament can you review a play, and that would have been one. And that would have been overturned, too. Oh, my goodness. Well, who's to say if Chisago Lakes would have went down and scored the way their offense was moving here in the second half? I would assume they would have at least gotten close, but we'll never know. Wildcats will just take a couple knees, and that, or Cardinals will anyways, and that will do it. Oh, man. Willmar's coach pretty upset, but Wildcats are trying to get the ball back. I mean, you can't be upset with the Wildcats trying to make a play. A little bit of pushing and shoving, and understandably so. It came down to that, and now Wildcats are going to be upset with that one. Well, one more kneel down, and that'll do it. And there we go. Well, that'll be it, ladies and gentlemen. The Wildcats won't get their chance to go down and score and tie it up due to a not well-placed ball. So that is it. That's our final. 21-14, Wildcats fall to Willmar. That's going to be a tough one. That's going to be one that keeps you up at night if you're the Wildcats, because yeah, we won't harp on it, but we'll take a commercial break. Hear word from our sponsors. We'll be back on KBEK.
Sean here from Burnett Dairy Cooperative. We care about your comfort and safety. Regularly checking your propane gauge is critical, and when it reaches 30%, it's time to give us a call at 715-689-1032 to request a fill. Reliable service from your local cooperative, Burnett Dairy, your trusted propane partner.
If aches and pains are holding you back, Wellia Health is here to assist you. Our sports medicine team is dedicated to getting you back to your passions. With extensive experience and expertise, we specialize in managing concussions, a worry for both young athletes and adults. Whatever the injury, let's get you back in action with an appointment at Wellia Health. Call us today at 320-679-1313 or conveniently schedule through your MyChart account. Visit welliahealth.org for more information.
Your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football is WCMP. What a grab! The October 20th game against Detroit is a big one. We need you to help the Vikings stay undefeated. Caught by Jefferson! So WCMP and Joshua Miron are giving you a chance to win tickets to the game. We'll even throw in a hotel stay at Radisson Blue Mall of America and $75 spending cash. You lucky suckers! Listen to Joshua Miron Wednesday morning during the Cool Country Morning Show for your chance to be in Minneapolis next Sunday. Brought to you by Dale's Heating and Appliance and your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football.
WCMP.
Kettle River Pizza, the handcrafted pizza made locally in Ash Cove, Minnesota. Always the highest quality ingredients. Pizza that is consistently great tasting. A true crowd pleaser. 16 varieties to choose from. Enjoy the classics like pepperoni, pepperoni sausage and supreme, to the unique tastes of hot Hawaiian, taco, buffalo chicken, and chicken Alfredo. Pick some up at your local grocer, tavern, or convenience store. Handcrafted Kettle River Pizza. Moms and basketball players approved.
I can tell you how much fun we had at Nature Ventures in Mora, but why don't I let them tell you?
I love the giant hay structures. Oh, the corn pit is fun. I love the hay rides. And all the animals. Pumpkins! How about you, Grandma?
I liked watching you kids play in nature.
The pumpkin patch with so much more. Nature Ventures, getting families together in nature. Just 5 miles southeast of Mora. Open Fridays noon to 6, Saturdays and Sundays 10 to 6, and open Thursday on MEA weekend.
Can I have your attention, please? There is a huge bird and animal auction Saturday the 19th in Mora. Pigeons, chickens, ducks, feeder pigs, geese, pheasants, goats, turkeys, and much more. Saturday, October 19th, 9 miles north of Mora on Highway 65. The action starts at 9:30 a.m. sharp. Get animal photos and more info at Chelsea Brook Farm Auction Company on Facebook or call David Anderson at 320-364-0847. The huge bird and animal auction, 9 miles north of Mora, Highway 65.
Well, not the way it should have ended at all, but it is what it is, and the Wildcats fall to the Willmar Cardinals 21-14. It's going to be a tough pill to swallow there for the Wildcats. Again, they're going to feel like they were maybe ripped off a little bit, and yeah, based on what I saw, that feeling I think is understandable. It is a 21-14 final. The Wildcats fall here to Willmar, and they will have one more game on the regular season. They'll be in Becker next week to play the Bulldogs, the number 1 ranked team in the state in Class 4A. So that is how they will wrap up the regular season. Of course, we've got more coming your way next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday to wrap up the regular season. Then we'll have playoffs, and playoff coverage is always fun. We're going to take one more commercial break, come back, talk some stats, and then we'll recap the game and send you off here on Nice 95.5 KBEK.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Ditch the shovel and wheelbarrow. A New Holland mini track loader lets you get more work done with ease. It's narrow by design, so you can easily get in and out of tight spots. Versatility is its calling card. The loader powers a wide range of attachments like augers and trenchers. Big operating capacity puts more jobs on your can-do list, making it perfect for residential construction and landscaping. Take a break from backbreaking work with a reliable mini track loader. See one today at Baraboo Implement in St. Croix Falls and Rice Lake.
Whoa! They've got what you need at the Pine City Freeway Holiday Station Store. Right now, the Pine City Holiday Station Store off 35 has got a quick meal on the go for you. $3 gets you a hot snack or hot dog, chips, and a Polar Pop. $4 for a breakfast sandwich, hash brown, and medium coffee. Or $5 gets you a personal pizza and a 20-ounce Pepsi. Get snacking. Open 24/7, 365. They've got what you need at the Freeway Holiday Station Store in Pine City.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Don't worry, Hones can fix you up. Hones Auto Body and Glass has 43 years of experience repairing vehicles from accidents and damage due to hail. In fact, they've got a huge state-of-the-art facility in Mora, are iCar and ASC certified, and certified in aluminum repair and welding. Plus, Hones is recommended by many insurance companies. Hones Auto Body and Glass in Mora. Hones, they'll fix you up right.
Back here at 95.5 FM KBK, Wildcats fall to the Willmar Cardinals 21-14. For the Cardinals, they had 326 yards of total offense, 220 yards passing, 106 yards rushing. And then on the other side for your Chisago Lakes Wildcats, 35 carries, 229 yards. Leading the way was Carson Langevin with 11 carries, 114 yards. And Bender Elke with 12 for 49, and Braden Anderson 6 for 38. They were 1 of 2 passing, 11 yards. They had 2 rushing touchdowns as well. 1 from Anderson and 1 from Langevin. No turnovers on each side. Almost had 1, but 4 total penalties for the Wildcats, 3 for the Cardinals, 7 total. 6 drives for the Wildcats in the entire game, 6 for the Cardinals. And again, they had in that first half about 5 minutes, and we might be being generous with that 5 minutes. 5 minutes of total offensive possession in that first half for the Wildcats. So less than ideal for the Wildcats in the first half. And again, they just couldn't make a stop defensively on the Willmar Cardinals offense. And the Cardinals just drove the length of the field multiple times, took off a good chunk of time off that clock, and that is all they did the rest of the game. And the Wildcats scored late and got a bad spot on a slide by their quarterback, which should have been turnover on downs, but again, we're not going to harp on that too much. So Wildcats do fall to 3-4 on the year. They will play in Becker next week. on Wednesday for the final regular season game of the season. And then the following Tuesday, I believe that is the 22nd. Yeah, the 22nd of October, we'll start our first round of playoff football. So stay tuned. Of course, I want to remind you, if you're listening to this on our YouTube, be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube page. That way, you'll get notified every single time we go live with a local sporting event. Click like, click that red subscribe button, and you'll be notified. And all you have to do is click that notification. It will take you to the live video or audio. Also, I want to thank you for tuning in here. You give me a job to do, so I appreciate you tuning in. Also, thanks to all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. We appreciate them. Of course, want to remind you to stay tuned to our morning shows right here on KBEK with Rock and Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Muir on at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports updates. We'll talk this game, recap other local games from our local listening area, and we'll even talk some regional and national sports as well. Of course, I want to remind you to go ahead, like, follow, subscribe to all of our websites and social medias, both of our websites for KBK WCMP, our Facebook and Instagram pages for both stations, as well as our Twitter at WCMP Radio for all things local sports. Recaps of games we've been at, stories, coaches, retiring coaches being hired, LOI signings, even though they're getting rid of those, or players committing to places, records being broken, all things sports, interviews even, and more. So stay tuned to those for all of that. Also, don't forget to check out the bird and animal auction at the Chelsea Brook Farm in Mora, Saturday the 19th. Geese, pheasants, goats, pigs, pigeons, and more. That's Saturday the 19th at 9:30 a.m. Chelsea Brook Farm, just 9 miles north of Mora. Also, stay tuned, because you get your chance to win tickets to the Minnesota Vikings game against Detroit by listening to Joshua Muir in the Morning Show over on 100.9 FM. You'll get tickets to next Sunday's game, a hotel stay, and spending cash. Of course, Cool Country 100.9 FM is your local radio home for Minnesota Vikings football, so stay tuned for your chance to win those. Again, the final here in this one, the Wildcats fall to the Cardinals of Willmar 21-14 in that controversial call at the end. Stay tuned. Next week, we'll have your links as to where we'll be at for the week. You'll have that broadcast schedule up on our website, so you can go to the sports tab, click on broadcast schedule, and every Monday afternoon, we'll have the links up there for all the games that we'll be at during the week. So stay tuned for the links for all of those for next week. And then after that, then we'll have playoffs coming your way. Yeah, we're already there, ladies and gentlemen. Week 8's next week, and then it's playoffs coming your way, so stay tuned for all of that. Again, I want to thank you for tuning in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. Appreciate you all making my life and job, keeping it for me. Really, that's what you do. And, of course, remind you, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone's going through, and your kindness could truly make their day. Costs nothing to be kind, so let's be kind to everyone. Again, the final on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard, the Wildcats fall to Willmar 21-14. For Nice 95.5 FM KBEK, I am Ethan Game Day Gilman. Have a great rest of your night and a fantastic weekend.